Good.
All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First off, we give all praises, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Akakwadash.
We double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught us the truth and rule well. And salutations to you. Hopefully that puts in this truth and honest and sincerity. We the brothers out of GMS Kansas City. Come to another weekend, week out to prophesy the downfall of America, as well as wake up the 12 tribes of Israel, which is your so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and your so-called Native Americans. You're the true children of the Most High, okay? And basically when I get into it, man, there's a lot of prophecy going on. And it's the spirit because this show came out about Jeffrey Dahmer, and they titled it Dahmer. And just the spirit on this man, if you watch the show, you can show it's nothing more than just straight demonic possession, man. That was a 1000% spirit. There's nothing that was chemically imbalanced with this dude's brain. It has to be a demon that was on this person to do the things that he was doing, man. And there's going to be a lot more Jeffrey Dahmers out there for all you wicked ass people.
That's right.
Especially for you undesirables, man. Hey, because his 100% victims were all, most of them were all momos, man. His first victim looked like it was a straight dude.
Yeah.
But all his victims were momos, and most of you Israelites, man, you wicked ass Israelites. You know, he targeted so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans. That's what he really lusted after the most. And ones that lived a gay lifestyle.
Yep.
You know?
All right, precept, man. This is the book of Leviticus 20, and I'm gonna start at verses 13. It says, if a man also lie with mankind as he lied with the woman, both of them have committed an abomination, and they should surely be put to death, and their blood should be upon them.
It said they shall surely be put to death, meaning that it will happen. It said be put to death. I mean, somebody's gonna off you, man.
Yeah.
You know? So the Lord created this dude, the spirit, and all the movie was spiritual, man. He was created perfectly, man. It was like the perfect storm to create a psychotic serial killer. You know, from his childhood, his mom taking a bunch of fucking opioids and shit while she was pregnant with him. Then he came out and he was fucked up as a child with school. One thing he was interested in was dissecting roadkill and animals. You know, and he was in an abusive home. The parents fighting and shit all the damn time.
Assalamu alaikum.
You know, that molded a perfect fucking demon, man, for destruction.
And according to that precept, the things that Jeffrey Dahmer did to them momos, that's not considered murder, man. Because it say they blood shall be upon them, man. So you have certain killings in the scriptures where it's justified. It's supposed to happen, man.
Right. Because he mutilated them people, man. Like he took them up, dissected them, put them in the freezer, man, and then he like perfected the use of this acid to try to dissolve the bones, man, because he wanted to get rid of the evidence. But you got some real sick pedos out there, man. Yeah. And the so-called white man, that was Jeffrey Dahmer right there, man.
Pure Esau.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer is a pure white man, man. That killer instinct spirit. That's what they do. That's why the scriptures call them bloody men. You know, you ain't got no niggas raising up doing Jeffrey Dahmer shit.
Yeah.
Or you got Skeletors, you know, bugged out Jakes, but nah, Jeffrey Dahmer was a purebred Edomite created for the vengeance for you niggas, man. Because he stayed in the hood. Hey, he stayed in an apartment, what was it, like 213 or something like that? It was all occultic, man. It was all set up perfectly through the spirit. And I believe he killed, what, 17 people? And I believe that
That's right. Yeah, precept. This is the book of Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. And that's Esau Edom. He is the waster that destroyed.
Yep.
His sole purpose is to be the sword upon the earth. That's why his name is Esau. It means red, blood, death. This guy, that's what his purpose is. So Jeffrey Dahmer was living out his purpose.
Yep.
And that's why he said he was having such a difficult time functioning. He was going through all type of depression and shit. It wasn't for the fact what he went through his childhood. It was the fact that he couldn't do what he wanted to do, which was a straight kill.
Yeah, because the Lord programmed him like that, man. Like, if your sole purpose is to kill people, that's what you created for, man. Like, he got off on that. Like, he was a necrophiliac, man. He laid with the dead, you know? And, like, usually, like, and this is how in psychology, when they test the psyche of the mind, you have what they call a dopamine hormone, which is the pleasure hormone in your brain. And everybody have they set of dopamine what gets them off. But this guy's dopamine effect, outside of him being a mo, was basically mutilating people and getting off to that shit, man.
Right.
Like this nigga was stealing packages of blood from the clinic and drinking them in the bathroom, man.
That's a demon.
That's a straight demon. And it was like a high. It was like he needed to fulfill that high because he said it. He said he did it once and then he didn't do it no more for 9 months. He had to shut it down. Yeah, but that demon lies dormant.
Right.
And so you need to feed it again. Then it comes out, man.
Yeah, because the FBI, they had what you call the BAU. You watch that show Criminal Minds, the Behavioral Analysis Unit. They studied these guys back in the day. And they found out that a lot of these guys is wired to their sex drive in their bodies.
Yeah.
They call them sexual sadistic. So the same drive that makes you want to pop a woman, that makes that urge that you get, it just kind of comes back. You pop a woman and don't feel good. That's the same thing that drives them to kill.
Yeah.
See, their bodies, their minds are wired to not be excited about a woman. They're excited about blood. They're excited by hearing somebody scream. But it's still wired to their sex drive. And that's what fuels a serial killer to kill as often as he does.
Right, because that dopamine, that part in the brain is right next to that other part. I forgot what they call it, but it's like right next to it, man. And somehow it locks it in. The Most High is cold. Like the brain is nothing more but a computer circuit, man.
Yeah.
It's programmed to do shit. So that was what he was. Like, I mean, yeah, he was bugged out, he was fucked up, but the Lord have special spirits out here like that, man. Yep, go ahead.
Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that's made them.
So it says appease the wrath of him that made them. Not only did the Most High said he created spirits, but they appeased the wrath of him. So all those things that happened to all the people that he killed, that was the wrath, and it made the Most High happy. You know, because every last one of those persons died, no specific reason. They did something to really piss off Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So he created those spirits to possess this dude. Man, this dude was sitting with the psychologist in prison, and he was describing what the brother was talking about. And he said that, hey, he only gets a sex drive off of seeing the wetness of the organs that he rips out from bodies and the bloodshed. You know, when a man desires to pop a woman, eventually he's gonna go crazy if he don't finally get that off, man, and finally get a piece of box. So this guy was getting worse when he went those 9 years of not being able to kill. You know, so once he got that time, hey, it was a wrap, man. He just went on a killing spree. And he also got off, it wasn't just killing the blood, man. He got off on momos, man. Undesirable men that want to be with men. That's what also aroused. So everything that arouses dude was 1000% demonic. He also practiced Satanism too. They found the fucking book in his room, the Witchcraft of Satan book. So this dude was he was just a straight spiritual demon, man.
Yeah, when he was ordained, he was Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. We going into them chemical imbalances and the dopamine in his head, man. But at the end of the day, the Lord created him like that.
Right.
The Lord did not create Jeffrey Dahmer to like pussy.
Right.
And eat chicken wings, man. This nigga like to pop momos and eat blood and guts, man.
Yeah.
Because the Lord said so.
Yeah. You can read verse 25 off to get a little bit context.
Yeah, this is Sirach. This is Sirach 39, verse 25. It says, for the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners.
Right, so the Lord is telling you right now, everything in creation right now, some of them are created for good, and some of them are just created for evil. And that goes for not just people, not just the spirits, but all types of things, man. So the Lord has certain things. You ask yourself, why does a lion have sharp teeth and all of these different things? Well, it's dual purpose. So they can survive out in the wild, and it's also so the Lord can use them as weapons when he needs to, man. Go ahead.
It says, for the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of grapes, and oil and clothing.
And that nigga's meal was blood.
Right.
Blood.
Right. So those are the things that are made for life. But we all know the Most High doesn't just deal with one side; he deals with both sides. So if he's got things created for life, then he's got things created to cause death.
Yeah, it's a balance.
Yep.
It says all these things are good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil.
Right. Yep, the Lord can flip all of that into evil, man. So that all gives you the context of why does the Lord create this? Why does he allow certain things to happen? Because you're wicked, man.
Yeah.
And even though you can't see the original purpose of it, the Most High has it in his thoughts of what's wicked.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, it's one more precept in here. I see Sirach 39, verse 33. It say, all the works of the Lord are good, and he will give every needful thing in due season.
That's right.
Hey, so hey, the season for somebody to come out here and start slaying momos was in due season, man.
Due season,
Hey, and it's coming back around. It's about to be another momo killing season coming soon, man.
Justifiably so.
Hey, Lord said it was good, man. It's good.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 45, and I start at 5. I am the Lord Yahweh, and I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else there. There's no power beside me. That nigga's 65 with 12 grandchildren.
Here's the thing, man. It's one thing to be a nigga that own a bump Boosie, but you out here bumping loud music in front of people. That shit played out in the early 2000s, man. There ain't nothing wrong with having slap. You bumping that shit all loud in front of everybody. You can't hear shit, bro.
That's why niggas like that. That's why niggas like that get smoked, man.
Yeah, kind of.
Read that. Go ahead.
Isaiah 45 verse 5. I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. There is no power beside me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me, that they may know from the rising of the sun and from the west, and there is none beside me. I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things.
Yes, the Lord's giving you a scope of his power, man. Because think about it, we know darkness as the absence of light, but the Lord said he created darkness. Yeah. How do you create something that's an absence of, man? There's the Lord, you start thinking about the power of the Most High and he's above the whole paradigm of good and evil, you really start getting stuck. Yeah. That's where your mind, you start not to be able to conceive things. Yeah. And that's why the Lord has to straight up tell us, look, my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. I can't conceive how you create darkness. Darkness is just the absence of light. How do you create the absence?
It's necessity.
Well, right. The Most High said it. He said he was a power that dwelt in darkness, man. Yeah. Like before everything was created, this power dwelt in darkness, man. Right. You gotta understand that. Like you say, darkness is the absence of light, but it's a necessity too, man. Because look at night and day, you need both. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you got certain creatures that's only able to live out at night. You know. Right. You got certain creatures that hunt at night. You know, versus in the daytime. But I got a precept here, man. This is the book of Jeremiah 10 and 23. It says, "Oh Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself." It says, "It is not of man that walketh to direct the steps."
Jeremiah 10?
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. So this guy dumber, man. Hey, he even say he don't know why he do what he do, man. Because the man was programmed, man.
Born like this.
Right? They was born like that. He said, "I honestly think I was born like this." Okay, because he had a fucked up, his mama was completely bugged out. But even though he still came through wicked ass parents, but hey, that was how he was created, man. Right. Because the Lord does everything in righteousness, man. Ain't nothing that the Lord do is in vain.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
One of my favorite lines in that movie, Brightburn, is the kid, he was trying to tell his parents, like, look, I want to do good, but it's just not in me. It's not in me to do that. As soon as he turned 12, he just activated. He had to do what he had to do, man.
Right. Cindy crib.
Yeah.
Hey, but go back to that precept when Lord's family, when his mother was looking for him, and he was in the synagogue debating with the doctors and scholars, he said, "Woman, don't you know about my father's business?"
Yeah.
Like he told us, like straight up. So when people are compelled to ask us questions on why we're so heavily adamant about what we do, is because hey, we're programmed, man.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, we're drones out here for Yahweh Bashim and Yahweh Shah. Programmed. Come out here, man. In a winter, come on, man. You gotta have some type of spiritual possession on the right hand side to be standing out here in 10-degree weather, man. That's a straight up spirit, man. Hey, we don't have mild winters by far, bro. It gets real fucking cold here.
Yeah.
You know.
news for you. How about Shemai Shai as well?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Look how people look at us as we stand out here. Like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know, but first coming into the truth, like, dang, you know, they looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, hey, bro.
Yeah.
I got a testimony, man. When I first hit my first, like, my second time on the line, man, it was cold as fuck, bro. Them winters in Chicago was cold, man. We by the lakefront, too. Remember, we was out there for like 4 hours. This is when we used to do 4 5-hour camps. I'm like, man, we gotta wrap this shit up. It's cold. I remember holding America Gonna Be Destroyed sign, and a bus came by. People was looking at us. I was trying to hide my face and shit. I was like, somebody see me out here type shit, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like what the brother was saying. But you know, when you get in the spirit and you get immersed in the waters, it is what it is, man. Like, we don't give a fuck who sees the shit. I hope my fucking supervisor do see me.
Yeah.
You know, so he can know. So, hey, you can look at the videos and know that we cursing your monkey ass out, man. You know? But, go ahead. Yeah.
This is Luke. This is Luke chapter. This is Luke chapter 2, verse 43. It say, when they have fulfilled the days as they return, the child Yahushua tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it.
That's right, man. He just left without our consent. You know? Because honestly speaking, when you a child, you need the consent of your parents, man.
So it's like, I just want to set it up. Luke 2 verse 41. It say, now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled the days as they returned, the child Yahushua tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it.
Right, he stayed behind. He didn't even follow them back because it was a custom that you an Israelite, you got to go back to Jerusalem to keep the Passover, man. That's a custom. All right, so Yahushua stayed back without his mother and father. They probably like, wait a minute. Go ahead.
Verse 44. But they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their kinsfolk and acquaintance.
Right, they found him among the family, man. The other people like, oh, okay. But the fact that he didn't come back with them, okay, and that was a journey away from there, because where they come from, Galilee, if I'm not mistaken, was it Galilee or Nazareth? Yep. If you look up the distance from Jerusalem to that particular region, I believe what is, you can look it up. The distance between Nazareth to Jerusalem, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, and when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem seeking him. And it came to pass that after 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions.
Hey, my dude was going for 3 whole days, man. That's a straight up, that's America's Most Wanted case.
Yeah.
You know, like, y'all ever get those messages on your phone?
Yeah.
Like Toyota sedan, license plate XYZ. And 9 times out of 10, it's some nigga that went to take his daughter from the crazy ass baby mama across the line. Hey, you getting that notification as soon as Esau alerted. My man was gone 3 days. And they found him among high-ranking scholars, man.
Yeah, to show you how I was on a level, man, because hey man, you know back in the day, you used to lose your mom at Walmart or Target.
You would cry, bro.
15 minutes,
out.
You lost it.
Like,
He's 12.
Panicking.
He's 12 years old. My 12-year-old son is missing. Where he at?
Right.
3 days gone. All of a sudden, can you imagine? He pop up on me with all these high-level scholars and scriptures, and he's the one leading all the teaching.
Yeah, he giving dudes breakdowns.
Yeah, he breaking them down and debating with them. They like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Is this look good?
It say Luke 2 and 46, and it came to pass that after 3 days, they found him in a temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers.
Damn, they was like, wait a minute. So he was asking them questions, man. Like, okay, so if y'all say that this is this, then what about Moses and X, Y, and Z? And then they'll come with some probably left-hand shit and he'll go to the Torah and break it down. They was looking like, God damn, how the hell this the Lord kid? 12 years old? Go ahead.
And it says, and when they saw him, they were amazed, and his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Because thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing.
Right, man. She was like, why did you do it? Why did you leave us? Because you know a mother, man. Yeah, she's overprotective. She's emotional. That's my baby, don't do it. Which shows you she was a so-called black woman.
Yeah.
Okay? That actually cared about her son. But she was like, damn, you know, why you do this to us? Probably giving her legs down. You don't leave us. You don't leave us. Hey man, what's up, man? Don't come up. Hey, don't come up here disturbing us, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Have a nice day. Walk down the street. Yeah.
I was just curious.
All right. Well, have a nice day, and don't get too close, man. I hate when they do that shit. That's how Esau get punched in the fucking mouth,
Yeah,
man.
because they want us to stop whatever the fuck we doing.
Disrupting the spirit, man.
Read that again, Luke 2 verse 48. When they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorry. And he said unto them, How is it that ye sought me?
Right, hey,
What?
Mary's probably pulling that damn howl like shit. Because I mean, let's be honestly speaking, if your child come up missing, you're gonna lose it, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is my kid? And you know, you had some real cutthroats, man, back in the ancient world, bro. You still had Sakari niggas around at that time, bro. Yeah.
You gotta realize too, they didn't realize that he was missing until they made a certain X amount of time in the journey.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't. As much more time has passed, the less likely you know where your son is.
Yeah.
You know.
And the thing of it is too, because they came as a company. So when you have a multitude of people, and technically if Yahweh Shai is not directly under them, he's with his peoples and stuff like that. That's a known thing. But they look like, oh shit, what the hell is Yahweh Shai? Like, hey, you remember the movie Home Alone?
Oh yeah.
They did head count the nigga Kevin one day.
yeah, and he stayed back, man. That's basically what Yahweh Shai did.
Yeah, he wasn't tripping.
Yeah.
It say, How is it that ye sought me? So, Luke 2 verse 49. And he said unto them, How is it that ye sought me? Wish ye not that I must be about my father's business?
That's how the hell you looking for me for, man? Why don't you know about my father's business, man?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't looking for me.
Right.
All right, because Yahweh Shai had that temperate, that spirit on him at that time, man.
Yeah.
That's why his parents had a hard time understanding him, you know, because they believed he was the Messiah, but at the same time, they're like, all right, I know my child is special, but at the end of the day, when you get too accustomed or familiar with somebody, you ain't really looking at them as being somebody that's going to be over and ruling the whole planet Earth, man.
Yeah, right.
They knew, but at the same time, it was just like a process that had to play out.
Yeah, that's why he said in verse 50, it says, And they understood not the saying which he spake unto them. Because obviously, you know, they did have an angel come to Mary and let them know that the child that you have is going to be of the Most High. But they not really realizing that until this dude doing miracles. This dude turning water into wine. You know, he grew up to be a man. He started raising people from the dead. And everything started to make sense. You got that Isaiah 11?
And they was exploiting that because you remember when they was at the wedding, his mother came to him like, hey, shit, man. He said, damn, man. It ain't time yet. He's like, fuck it.
Shit, verse 3. Sorry, verse 1. This is Isaiah 11, chapter 11, verse 1. It says, And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots.
Right, the rod out of the stem of Jesse, man. That's talking about your lineage. You coming out of the particular line, man, of men.
Yeah.
Okay, Yahweh Shai coming out of the line of David because Jesse was the father of David, man. Go ahead.
It says, And the spirits of the Lord Yahweh shall rest upon him. The spirit of wisdom and understanding.
Right, and that's why, hey, he was able to get up with them doctors and them scribes at the time. It says the spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him. When something that's resting upon you, that means that it's dormant on you, it's on you, it's in you, man. Like when you rested upon your bed, you're on the bed, man. That's your domain at the time. So the spirit of the Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, or the spirit of Yahweh, his father, was dealing with him ever since he was a child. But when he finally came into his lot as being a man, because according to the scriptures, you become a young man when you're 12 years old, under the tutelage of your father, man. But see, Yahweh Shai was already built up in the scripts, man. Because I guarantee you, as a little boy, he probably wasn't doing the same thing as average kids was doing.
Right.
They may have friends and played with toys, you know, built things, but I guarantee you, he was ducking over, head in a damn book, reading the scriptures and studying, man.
Yeah, and that
He had to study.
that's perfect because some kids, it's an in them that I'm gonna grow up and be a ball player.
Yeah.
They was raised with basketball in their hand.
Yeah.
They got on their first little YMCA team. They knew they was gonna do that, man.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai, he knew he belonged in the temple, you know, dealing with the scriptures.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord, and shall make him of quick understanding and the fear of the Lord Yahweh.
See, quick understanding,
Quick
man.
understanding.
So hey, as he was getting built up, the spirit was already dwelling him. He just had to come into what he had to come into. Like going back to the movie Brightburn. Hey, when he was 12 years old, right around his 12th birthday, that's when he started getting the premonition.
It was his 12th
Yeah, his 12th birthday, the spirit started dealing with him. That's why he was going, the spirit led him to that damn barnyard. And he was communicating with him at that specific time. Because it was at a specified time that he had to come into what he had to do. And that's why his parents tried to hide that shit from him.
Right.
But hey, what the Most High set up for you, can't nobody do away with it, man. That's right. You know?
Yeah, that's the spirit though, because like it's the same thing in the movie Brightburn. His parents knew he wasn't no average child, but they tried to raise him normal and shit. But coming his 12th birthday, man, he had to do what he had to do, you know?
Hey,
It's the same thing.
Hey, what he told the bitch at the dinner table, he was like, you don't buy guns. He said, this is for kids. He said, I don't want this. Hey, it's more on that. A little bit more on that.
It says, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor.
Right, because it's not talking about he judging as a carnal man. He's not judging according to the outer appearance. He's judging the spirit, man. Like you can come up here, we could say, man, a cracker, he could be an Edomite. He could be a Jake, man.
Yeah.
He's not judging like he could be a total bomb that come up here, but he could be a whole angel in the spirit. But yet, men be quick to discredit him because of how he look. The Lord didn't judge like that, man.
And which proves that is with Mary Magdalene, man.
Oh yeah.
If he would have judged off the side of the eyes,
She would have got stoned.
he would be like, you know what, this adulterous bitch, put her to death. But he saw on the inside that, hey, she had sincerity. Obviously, she was caught in the act, but she had remorse, man.
It says, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth, and he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth.
Right, man, and what's the rod of his mouth? The prophets, man. Out here on the highways and the byways, because the camps are everywhere now, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and it says he should reprove the poor with equity, man. The meek with equity, man. And what is equity? It's like interest, it's like extra, man. Like when you have equity in a house, that's value to it, man. So we're being reproved out here, and we're teaching, and we're building up the kingdom of heaven, man. All right?
I was shy. He was smiting nigga with the, read that apart again.
He says, and he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth.
Right, man. He had whole groups of people pissed off just off words that he said, man. Not because he was a wicked nigga like Barabbas, causing sedition and uprising and killing niggas. Because he spoke the truth. Same thing with us.
Oh, where's the quote? They said that when you speak the truth in the time of lies, the truth is a revolutionary act, man. That's a heavy quote, because what we're doing is considered a revolutionary act.
Right.
And the message that we putting out, eventually they're gonna be able to lock us up for it, man. Because hey, man, that video you sent earlier, bro, man, that
You can't even say, bro. You can't even say shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
this big fucking man, Brian Urlacher, slow nigga, probably knock an average nigga out. I mean, this nigga's like Irvin Magic Johnson's son, man. Nigga had a whole fade with a taper, eyelashes, nails, popping harder than them fucking bitches on there, man. You fucking niggas gotta get clinked up, man. You niggas ain't shit, man.
That's right.
We tired of suffering, you think.
That's right.
Man.
Right. And Esau, you will find the biggest, blackest nigga you can find. Just to put his ass on the dress, man.
Well, look at this nigga Terry Crews, man. He
Terry
came out
Crews.
with a whole goddamn charity case, man. A goddamn class act. Here you big, swole, 250-pound solid muscle, but you a flaming fucking
Straight up, man.
Right. And you know what? That's a psychological game that Esau does too. It's kind of like modern day
It's
buck
emasculation,
breaking.
bro.
Oh yeah,
They take the biggest nigga on the plantation. They march him in front of everybody, and they'll do some, I'll just say, some unsavory acts to him.
Unsafe.
And that made other people not fear him and disrespect him.
Right.
And then they get in the mind of a woman, she don't respect. I seen little bitches talk shit to the biggest jakes, man. Like, hey, you remember when Ray Rice knocked that bitch out?
Oh yeah.
She was talking shit to this nigga. This nigga's a whole football player. Are you crazy?
Crazy as hell.
Yeah, but even she said it.
She said,
Yeah, I kind of started it.
You did, bitch.
Right. Yeah.
This is 1 Corinthians 1, verse 26. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. Or at the end of the day, when we how it calls you to do something, you just do it, man. And as a prophet, that's what we do. We come out here and teach. We don't give a damn what it is. And that's what Yahweh Shai did.
Yeah.
You know, it's his calling to do that. That's his only begotten son. You know, so he didn't care what was his concern for his mother, man.
Right.
See, even me personally, myself, I have my own mother telling me, hey, you can get shot out there doing that. What you're doing is dangerous. You know, I don't like you being out there. Hey, we don't care, man. We got the Spirit dealing with us on that. It provides a hedge of protection over us, man.
And we put it to you this way: we in better hands than you people.
That's right.
Straight up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the angels are out here, man. Okay, even if a motherfucker come and shoot the whole camp up, guess what? That was our lot to go down like that. But hey, we gonna have an honorable death.
Right.
You know?
Because we understand the Lord can reach us anywhere, anyway, man.
Yeah.
Like I was just watching the video, like a cookout or something, the brother posted. 1 minute everybody was partying and barbecuing and shit. Next thing you know, a sinkhole opened
Fucking
up.
floor caved in on them bitches.
Yeah, outside. Swallowed their ass up, man.
Hey, didn't the Lord say that you think his arm is short to save, and the Lord, you think that he can't? The scripture say that the Lord's eyes is 10,000 times brighter than the sun, man.
Yeah.
You can't get away from the Most High, man. No, that just like, I can't even explain it, but you think you're gonna get away from the heaven? But that's why Esau is so stupid. He's really gonna try to hide in bunkers, man, and get away from the Most High. How you gonna get away from the Most High, man? When he created the universe, the heavens, the earth.
Yeah.
He created everything around you. You can't get away from this being. It's impossible, man. Go ahead, man.
Psalms chapter 94, verse 8. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see?
Run that back, man.
Psalms 94, verse 8. Understand, ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise?
Yeah.
He that planted the ear, shall he not hear?
Right. So the one that created the ability for you to hear all the madness that you speak, you don't think that he keep tab of all of that, man? Go ahead, on.
Says, he that formed the eye, shall he not see?
Come on, man. So you think the Most High just don't see all the wickedness that you people have done, man? He the one that gave you the eyes to witness the shit that you doing, man. Go ahead.
He that chastiseth the heathen, shall he not correct? He that teacheth man knowledge, shall he not know?
Right. Hey, the Lord is known for fucking up. The whole entire earth is set of 8 people, man.
Yeah.
You don't think he don't have that ability? Like he just lost his powers?
Yeah.
Right.
Be real here,
Right.
man.
Y'all can't get caught up on what's dangerous, what's not dangerous.
Yeah.
Some people in the so-called black church thought they were safe when Dylan Roof walked in there, man.
Yeah.
Lay they monkey that lay them niggas down, man.
Dylan Roof.
And I pray the Most High raise up more Dylan Roofs to go to you nigga church.
Right.
But you niggas in the church are the biggest.
The worst.
And you know, bro, I was gonna see our video yesterday. I was at work, working in this area, bro. I was working down on 10th and like Prospect. Do you know between 10th and 11th and Prospect in Michigan, do you know that it's like literally 5 or 6 churches on that one block radius?
Damn.
It ain't nothing but crackhead niggas around here.
Yeah.
You got a church right here, you got one across the street. I said, damn,
Right.
the fuck y'all competing with y'all let out one and go to the next one?
Gee.
Like, and you know why they do that shit? Because they know it's Jake down there. They
Yeah.
set them churches.